Alright, let's get loaded in here and caught up with where we left off yesterday. We are constructing a palisade to help shield all of our villagers. I remember that was prompted by a sudden giant coming around in the area. Our main group is still running around killing things and questing, and our misfits are heading home with a large load of moonstone. Cool beans. Alright, palisade is now done. Giving us 7 shielding per villager. Let's see what we're going to make next. As far as our villagers here go, we still need more blood pendants. Let's see if we have the rubies to make that now. We do. So, ruby, coal. I know I need at least 3 for the medics here. Let's do a quick check on our expeditions. So we need 2 for him. And 3 for this group. So we need 5 more in addition to the 3 we're already making. Which puts us at 8. We do not have enough ruby for that, sadly. We can only make 5 total. And he's got nothing to do, so let's put him to work there. Next up, what else do we need? Because it's not going to take long to make those. A better two-handed sword for her. Maybe for him. That's a definite upgrade for him, but so is this. Forgot that I had made those. Okay, so we need potentially 2 two-handed swords for this group. Let's see what we can do. Go with the ancient wood because I very much like the poison that it provides. And if we did mithril, that's a base 30, max 40. And that's even better. That's base 35, max 45. Doubt we're gonna do better than that. Let's see. The other option would be this. Major decrease in damage. And gambling. Which is still a pretty significant decrease of 10 versus the moonstone. So we're gonna stick with that. Bump that up. We're gonna make 2 of those for now. That will keep us busy for a little bit at least. So, where are we gonna go? Could clear out the Giant's Cave and all of these things. But it dawned on me that before I fight all these giants, I should do the giant quest line. Because then I can choose to kill 3 groups of giants to force the Umbrage Lord out. And go from there. The problem is I don't remember where that event was. That's a dragon. I do remember that. Giants return. Way the hell up there. So, let's just go ahead and head towards the nest tower, clear that out on our way.
As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun for a moment. When you try to take a closer look, it is already gone, but you could swear it was a very large person walking away. You are about to turn away when you notice that the strange apparition left behind a thread of black smoke.
Okay, well let's go ahead and do this. It gives us a chance at either permanently gaining physical or dexterity on one person. Obviously the physical is the preferred one. Sadly, most of our warriors are in our tactical hand, but it's a downfall in our combat sense, but for our tactical sense it's actually a good thing because it gives us really high counter offense possibilities. And I think that's what I'm going to focus on right now, because I can get rid of 3 right off the bat, which means that this is the worst we have to deal with on the first turn, and then we can try to kill everything in one single go. This has a chance of working, and it did. These 2 not so much, so I'm going to save them for their other abilities, because I could first action somebody like her, for instance, and she can kill this one in one blow. Let's go ahead and do that. So then we only have 14 damage coming at us, in which case we need to make sure we send somebody that can absorb it, which we're looking at our forest elf maybe. See, I can add 4 damage to somebody, which would bump him up to an 11, which means he could kill this thing. So I think I'll send him first, support him. Now if he attacks this way, he's not going to kill it, but it would have 15 life then, in which case these 2 would finish it off. And we'll just play it out like that. Okay, we did lose 2, but that's fine, because we took out about 6 of theirs, and we still outnumber them significantly. And thankfully, on anything that's not an actual fight, the wounds do not carry over, so you can sacrifice all of your cards as long as you win. Let's see, tactical options. I have 2 really awesome first actions. I'll keep that in mind. For now, let's attempt a low-level counter offense, and then... oh, I got 3 amazing first actions, so let's do her counter offense. Nope. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh well. So yeah, I would rather use these guys for first offense anyways. This one has a crap ton of life. 31 total. So these 2 combined would kill it. And then he does enough to kill that one, so we need him to be first action first. And then these 2. Oh god, I've already fucked it up. Oh well. First action. Damn it. Yep, I fucked it up. Oh well. And then send these out.
You outrun the strange smoke, and you still feel a chill running down your spines as you move farther away from the danger.
Awesome. What do we get? We got strength.
Never run this hard in their lives, so they feel strengthened by this terrifying experience.
And it was on one of our most recent gatherers, so she will actually benefit very well from that strength so that we can equip better gear on her. Ultimately, you would hope that you get it on your medics because they are the most strength starved of anyone. Alright, and misfits need to head home.
Your scouts report something of interest nearby and mark it on your maps.
Okay, what do we got?
Your scouts spot the ruins of a very strange
More
building in
topaz.
the distance. It is large, secluded, and built entirely out of topaz. It could have been some place of worship. It seems to be abandoned now, but therefore ripe for salvaging.
Awesome, worth checking out. And they still have some movement left. Let's get up here. And we got a random person joining us. It is yet another medic. Very not skilled medic. Very weak as well. And then all of this is misleading because my buildings come into play for that. I think Misfits still need another medic. No, they do not. Neither did our village. So we just have an extra medic. Potential workings of a third expedition, I suppose. If we get enough people for that before we finish this run. Alright, continue up to the nest. We are being attacked by a bouguet and a ville. The crows are just kind of there to be annoyances. Alright, good. We got our good warriors in our hand. Allows us to go first with the hammer. And of course they send the crows out, so that this is basically a wasted attack if we leave it as is. Of course I'm not going to. Let's poke that one to death. And counter offense 5. As long as it's not the bouguet, this will work. Sweet. Do I want to worry about counter tactics? Sure. So the last one remaining is the bouguet, which is fine since he comes out confused. He's really no concern for us, even with the spear attack. That's overkill right there. Alright, don't need the gear. Now we can clear out this tower, which is going to be a hunting event. Auto resolve gave us some food. And let's continue heading towards the giant's return. Might as well hit up this ruin while we're at it.
You find the remnants of a great
Four
old
skull.
city in ruins. The mysteries it holds could be vast, but beware. It looks as if the dead walk in great packs inside.
Searching.
No sooner do you enter the city in search of riches, so do the walking dead swarm your party.
Oh, the Walking Dead. So we are being swarmed by weak undead. That's fine. We're not even outnumbered, really. So, undead can have spears, so always got to keep that in the back of your mind. Which means I want to start with my best hammer, and then send out a strong shield. Hammer still kills him, but very little will carry over, and that's fine. We have a single counter offense. We'll go ahead and get rid of one of those skeletons. For the hell of it, let's just go ahead and poke this guy. Keeps us protected from any other spears that might be coming out. We get 2 cards now. I'm gonna poke him again. And let's get rid of one of the tactic cards. Let's see, additional options. This is 13. So we can kill the skeleton right now. And I'll send him last so that he has some shielding in case there's another spear. If there is, the AI is not using it, which is fine by me. We'll send out our hammer. And send out this guy and then give him a big shield. Oh, never mind. Still enough shield to survive that poke, which is good. And for the hell of it, would have shielded him up big time at the end. Nice and easy. Gotta love the hammers. With a strong enough hammer, it essentially makes one person count as 2. So when you're playing like me with a limited amount of cards that you can have in your combat hand, it's a way to cheat the system to have extras, if you want to look at it that way. Don't need any of this. That looks interesting. That's pretty good. I mean, we've got better, but I need to keep that recipe in mind for the future. Question is, what are you? Heavy armor? I guess we can test it out by going to the village and seeing. So silver and steel. Because silver and steel is a hell of a lot easier to get than mithril at the start of the game. So that might be a decent recipe to keep in mind. Yeah, it's going to be heavy armor because it was 16 silver and 10 steel. So it still takes a while to research it, but not bad. We have no more movement. Misfits, continue heading home. Looks like we are going to be attacked by either some spiders and or... Ooh, dragon spiders. Those things are freaking tough. So this is just a weaker version of what we just fought. I'm going to auto-resolve it. And for some reason the AI just sucks at undead fights. So we took some wounds, but not a big deal. Don't need any of the gear. Starting with the Spider Queen and a bunch of undead. We will handle this ourselves, since this is the village and they're not quite as geared up. Got tons of spears ready, so they're still undead. Got to worry about shielding. So she kills one of those pretty easily. All of my spears have the same shield from our palisade, so it doesn't really matter who I send out. They're only going to take 3 damage to start with. If I poke with her, that's 722, so she can't kill it. So it needs to be him. And this has a chance of working. The odds of the level 1 working now are very slim, because if this is the troll or the other spider queen, they are level 5 and 6, I believe. Not worth the risk. Alright, we still got 2 guys to take care of. I could kill one of them via poke, I'm pretty sure. This is 17 and 12, so 29. Never mind, we would have to do 3 to kill him, and we can't quite do that. So instead, I'm going to worry about confusing these 2. And then we'll poke this one. And then a 12 to kill it. Crows don't matter. Let's go ahead and poke that guy. And I have some first actions I can use, which would actually be smart, so we don't even worry about this guy's damage. He's plenty, or she's plenty strong enough to handle it. So let's first action her. Apparently it tried to counter something on me. So she kills this one, she kills that one, he kills the queen, doesn't attack, doesn't matter where you attack, doesn't matter where you attack. Sweet. So we're going to do this without taking any wounds. That's how I like it. Nice and easy. Gave us an armor ring. I don't really need any more of those. And a vine shirt, which I've already been making a crap ton, and we have better.
You hear a scream of a child in the village.
Oh, not
Everyone
again.
gathers at his house, and they see the child's mother standing by him. Only his mother has been dead for weeks. As she turns her head, you see her face is pale and gaunt, her eyes empty and yet fixated on the child. When she opens her mouth, as if to speak, only a loud shriek comes out, revealing 2 sets of sharp teeth in her now unnaturally wide mouth.
So apparently she is a Striga, aka a vampire. Typically the blue options are better, and since I haven't seen this one yet, I'm going to go with that.
You know that this must be a Striga, or Strigoi, a demon risen from the dead, drawn to their loved ones, but guided by insatiable thirst and hunger. Animal blood may distract it long enough to strike it down. You throw the bloody carcass of a chicken in front of the creature, and it devours it, tearing through the flesh and eating its insides.
Distract it with a chicken. Go! Alright, let's kill it. In front of its child. That makes so much sense. Yes, let's do this. We get first action. Counter offense 1 would work on a rat. Haha. We avoided the spear. That's always nice. He's pretty weak. In fact, she alone kills it. And then we'll send out another warrior. Let's go ahead and counter tic-tac that one. So she kills, she kills. These two will clean up. And this fight's over.
You defeat the Striegers, cut off their heads and burn their bodies, then scatter the ashes in a river. That should do it.
So many steps to take care of them. Gave us a little bit more rubies, which is good. We might be able to make one more pendant now. I'll have to look at that. And we gained a level from that. What do we got? Our misfits got hella strong from that level up. More poison is always nice. You are the hunter, so you don't even have a high animal kinship. That was a little bit of a waste. All in all, strength is always nice. Our main group got stronger as well. Sadly, neither of my medics were the ones that gained strength. And our village, health is always nice. Tactics is helpful. Nice. Can't complain. We also got a random person to join us, a crafter. This is misleading because of the smithy, so this is probably a 4 skill, not that great. She's pretty good at speech challenges though. We'll put her to work on the food, I guess. Alright, and we finished all the pendants. So let's get some of these equipped. Skill of 13. Oh, wait a minute. You were the new medic, so I don't want you to have anything. Unless you have a higher base than hers, which hers is 9. Yeah, you don't, so you don't get anything. I suppose I can give you a weapon for now. Here's a Leashy's hair. And a grass shirt. That's all you get.
As you make your way through the terrain, your herbalist spots an area where you can harvest some good herbs. They grow inside a hollowed tree, but beware, there seems to be a lot of spider webs surrounding the place. These webs look thicker than I like. We best be quick about our business here, exclaims one of your men.
Sure.
Your herbalist carefully picks the right herbs, while the rest of the men keep a wary eye out for trouble. You already picked some of the herbs, but you notice that there is a larger patch further down the path. However, that area has a sticky white blanket of webs thrown all over it.
Let's go ahead and
Those
do
with
it.
knowledge of the animal world in your party huddle together in talks. Taking their time to analyze the scene, they point to the pattern of the webs as well as signs of spider eggs in the distance. It is clear that your party may face a spider queen, or at least her best minions if they risk venturing forth. On the other hand, the men inform the group that such lairs can also hold precious resources.
That's an auto resolve.
After a tough fight, you finally clear the area of those nasty spiders. Within their lair, you discover some more herbs as well as bodies of fallen men and women who were clearly not as lucky as you. You search the area for any usable loot.
The real reason I do these is just in hopes that we might get some of our endgame resources just to speed up collection, but we were not so lucky that time. Let's continue heading home. Ooh, we are being attacked by giants. And it's our misfits group. Somebody's gonna die. Alright, we get first action. None of my counters are gonna be anywhere close to being useful. Thankfully, giants do not get spear attacks. So, a smart thing would be to start with a strong warrior. Okay, it was unfortunate that I got to play 2 cards. I can only first action 1. Crap. I can double poke this one. I don't know if that's going to be useful though. Let's see, 12 damage and 14, so that's 26. And then 55, this is doubled, so 75, 79, 104, doubled to 130. Just enough to kill this one, assuming they both hit it, and that's the problem. So we can't guarantee that that happens. But I suppose it's still worth the effort. However, if this giant hits either of... If this giant does not attack to the left and instead attacks to the right, she automatically kills either one of these that I send out. So you have to assume that that could happen, which means I want him to take the hit first. He has the most life, so it would be the least wound scale of the two. Even though that is one of my medics, so that is a problem. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. It might be time to start sacrificing Fat Louie. Might as well get a poke in, I suppose. And then Fat Louie. First action. Shield. Supports. Shield. You're absolutely useless in this fight. You could get some damage off, but you'll probably die before you do. So I'm just going to go with that and see what happens. Run. That is an option. We're still going to take wounds, which means somebody could be bleeding out. Let's step through this and see what the worst case scenario is if we click with go. So she's going to do 49 damage. So 90 to her. She survives. If she attacks to the right, it fucks everything up. If she attacks to the left, we're okay, because then these two would kill her unless they split their attacks, and then we're fucked anyways. So there's just too many what ifs that will screw us over. So Coach Asek is correct. I gotta run. Now, there is one thing to keep in mind. Let me cancel out of this real quick. Because this isn't a defender of a location and this is a roaming band, this damage that I did via my spears carries over to future fights with them. So they're actually weaker from now on. So running away isn't that bad of an idea as long as I can heal my wounds back before I fight them again. Let's see if anyone's bleeding out. Okay, Nistoy is. Slavomir is. How badly?
By orc bandits. They are charging at you and don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds to decide what to do.
We instantly go from fighting giants and running to getting ambushed by bandits. Luckily, we have our own orc, so we can get a freebie on slowing them down, which reduces it to a 2-skull fight.
The orcs attacking you, slow down a bit, and some of them hesitate for a moment. Your own orc comrade says they will not stop the attack, but you have now gained a decent advantage, so your next move will be easier.
So let's fight. And we're wounded, so I'm going to control this myself. Counter offense. That's all we get to do for the counters. So let's go ahead and confuse that first one. Now we get free actions. What am I going to do? I can do 2 pokes. That'll kill. His attack will kill this one, so we just need one more warrior and this fight's over.
You have defeated the orc ambushers. You
10
realize
dragon
a few of them
bones.
have broken their weapons in a last act before dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Okay. How badly wounded are these guys? That is not the right group. Slavomir. Pretty wounded. Let's do the calculation. So he has 17 wounds divided by his max life of 10. It's a wound scale of 1.7. Subtract his base survival of 0.7. So he has a 100% chance of dying right now. And then we take in our medic skills, which we have almost none of. Holy crap. So he's the best one. He gets doubled. So we subtract 0.18. And then a 1-to-1 ratio on her skill. So subtract 0.04. Slavomir has a 78% chance of dying this turn. And Nistoy is going to be pretty much similar to that, slightly less. So we have one hope of saving these two. And that's if we can make it to the herbalist hut and succeed at this challenge. Which we can get there. Now can we succeed?
You find the solitary hut of the herbalist. It is a small wooden abode with a straw roof and smoke coming out of the chimney. There
Yeah,
is a
he had
distinct
just
smell
joined
of
the group.
herbs and medicines in the air. An elderly lady walks out from the house to greet you.
Welcome, travelers. What brings you to my home?
He was the guy we found stomped into the ditch by a giant during the event yesterday. So we haven't had a chance to gear him up. Let's see. Please
Yes,
cure our
indeed I
wounds.
can, but I haven't survived as long as I have by running a charity. If you wish to be healed, you will do me a favor. Beware, for healing wounds I require food and wood as payment, as well as a favor. But I am warning you, even if you fail the favor, I still take the goods. Poisons are cheaper, I only require a favor. So, do you need to be cleansed of a poison or wounds?
Wounds, please.
Healing wounds is a hard task and costs a lot in resources, you know. You must give me some food and wood for my trouble first. Then you'll sneak up to that wolf lair yonder and steal me a wolf cub. Be careful. If you fail, the wolf mama won't be happy. If you do both, I will heal all your wounds and give you a poultice that will keep you healthy for a time.
Why the hell does she want us to steal a wolf cub? Whatever, let's do this. I could probably auto-resolve it, but I'm gonna do this myself because I want to ensure that we succeed. Options. Let's go ahead and do a counter offense. Counter tic-tac. So we only have to deal with 2 of them. We have no confuses, which is fine. So we have 6 damage coming at us. And we need to deal 4 to kill this one. Well, he can handle that. And then 4 to kill this one. He can handle that. And then they'll also kill these 2. So I'm just going to go with that. Easy peasy.
Well done. You did your part, so I will do mine. Here, take this. Drink it whole and try not to gag. Now, time for me to get back to work. Come back if you ever need help again.
And she heals all of our wounds, even the overkilled guys. So that is the only reason, if you will, to hang out near your village when the fights start getting hard, because you can take the losses and immediately run to the herbalist. She took some of my good resources, but that's okay. they're not the best resources, and it's better than dying. Let's see, what do we got going on? Still making both those swords. We did get some more rubies. Was it enough to make one more pendant? Yes, it is. Alright, and Giant's Return. We got a scratch an inch.
You find a small encampment.
Whoa, this is a new thing.
Unknowing eye. Within, you see a group of goblins sitting in a small hut, and one standing by a large bonfire. The figure by the fire turns to you. He is a tall goblin, dressed in animal skins and various bone ornaments, but also a wooden leg with strange mechanisms on it, and weird round ornaments on his head. He speaks.
Come, you seek my wisdom, yes? You want to know of the giants and their purpose in this world of ours, correct?
It's so weird after playing, I think I'm around 300 hours in this game, and I'm still seeing new events.
You must drink this here magic potion. It smells like troll's fingernails, but it'll give you connection to the spirit world. There, you will commune with the ancient ghosts, and you will find their knowledge.
A 4-skull sickness fight. Should still be good. Of course, all of my gatherers are in my tactical hand. What options does that afford us then? Some decent counter tactics. Level 8 offense might work. Nope. Alright, they're all higher than level 8. Holy fuck. Not good. He's gonna do 13 damage. Our dwarf can survive that at least. That's 14 to him, which means we need to do 9 more. Let's go ahead and send her out. Even my confuse isn't gonna work. Well, we can at least counter tactic something. Let's see. 14, 25. So we need to hope that they attack this one, because if they split their attacks or they both attack this one, everything survives. This one has 11 life. Potentially we have 25 damage coming at us, so she could handle that and kill it. Never mind. Fucking spears. We can shield her, so she can still do that. But she can't kill this one. We also have a first action available now that I see that. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, we can do 2 first actions. They're still not strong enough to kill this one, but it's a start. Well, she was a sacrificial lamb. That's alright, we're doing actually pretty good. We've taken out half of them. And we've only lost the one. We're pretty wounded now, but we should be fine. Any tactical options? No. Ooh, support ally 16 or confuse 16. That's pretty damn good. 16 life. The only one that can kill him is this guy. Let's go ahead and get that confuse going on. Gives him a better chance of surviving to do a lot of damage. Motherfuckers. I hate spears. When I don't have them, I really hate them. Actually, we're gonna first action him. He kills that one. 17. We're not gonna do that in one go. That's okay. We'll send her out. So if she attacks to the right, she kills it, which is a good thing. It's gonna do 13 damage. He can survive that. I'm gonna send her out. Send him. Let's go ahead and shield him up. And then get closer with these two.
potion is vile, but you manage to keep it in. You were about to stand up and say that it had no effect when you realize your legs feel like they're made of rubber and you cannot stand. Your vision goes blurry and the world looks strange. Everything is colorless and lifeless, barren and desolate, even more so than what you're used to. The air feels freezing cold, and yet at the same time, you can barely breathe from the heat hitting you from the ground. Several apparitions stand before you. Their bodies and faces are shapeless and grey. Their eyes and mouth are black marbles of endless darkness. You come seeking knowledge, live ones?
Yes, we do.
The spirit world knows of these ancient creatures, as it is their song of the living that also calls to us here. These old souls weave the very fabric of life and afterlife, you know. Our world has been corrupted, our memories fade, but we will try to tell you of what you seek.
Alright, this is my first time seeing this event, so I'm going to go through the whole storyline. Yes, we want to know what is happening. We need to know why the giants came and how to stop them.
There is so much knowledge, but our souls cannot find peace, so it is hard to focus. The giants were here as long as the spirits themselves. They were immortal, yet they could talk to us at will with their song of the living. It is the song that fuels the energy within the earth and keeps it all moving.
So the giants gave energy to Thea?
The giants, as you call them, were the makers of the land, the heralds of Thea herself. They lived in great harmony with all that lived, feeding Thea with their strange humming of the life song. But in the days when the younger peoples, like yourselves, began to populate Thea, the giants became a danger. The wild wives and Vielkalud were gentle and calm, but not during their mating seasons. We do not remember life much, but you can surely imagine mating giants. And so a council of elves and human gods, with the help of the giants themselves and the spirit world, created the Weatherer, the first Planetnik giant who would become a shepherd for his kin. The Planetnik giants were able to put the others to sleep and wake them only in small groups for short periods of time to ensure the crafting of the world continues, even as the builders slumber.
So what went wrong? Why are they awakening?
The darkness is everything and nothing. It can travel in death and in life. It entered the builders' dreams and corrupted their minds from within. Those who were too weak succumbed to the dark power and thus changed into Mroki. Now, not only are all of the giants waking at once, but they do not remember why or what their purpose is. The Mroki, shadow giants, and their minions, the unliving ones, they seem to walk the darkness as if it was a part of them, and their umbrage lord grows stronger with every passing night.
Enough talk. How do we stop them?
Your main objective will be to face the umbrage lord before he devours enough souls, and before he kills off all the Planetnik giants in order to ascend, and thus release all of his darkness upon Thea. You see, it is not that he is evil, that would be too simple. It is just that during his sleep, the darkness weaved its way into his very heart, and now, his power of the humming, instead of building the world, seeks to take it apart. You will have only one chance at facing him, so make it count.
Okay, so we need to defeat him. How?
There are two ways for you to follow. One, find the Great Weatherer, the first of the Planetnik giants. He has woken without his memories. Convince him to help you, remind him of his duties, and you'll have a chance at stopping this. The second way is more straightforward. Try to kill as many giants as you can, and then face the Umbrage Lord yourself once you find him.
Hell yeah, we are gonna fight.
When you kill at least 4 groups of giants, but only when you attack them first, their blood will alert the Umbrage Lord that someone is destroying the souls he seeks to claim for his own purpose. Once you attract his attention, you can try to face him, or at least track down his shadowy lair.
We got this. That was a lot of experience. We'll gain a level from that. Now, if I remember right, yes, there's a giant's cave over here. Let us head towards that. We have no more movement. Misfits, you have no more movement. Okay, we're done. Being attacked by the dragon spiders, and a queen bee. Even though there's only 6 of them, this fight is still going to be pretty shitty. Because look at the health on these dragon spiders, and their poison damage is ridiculous. Alright, options. I can poke him. Is that going to be enough to kill him though? This would be 12, 37. It's not going to be wounded, so this won't double. So 45, 49. Nope. I need to do a oh, I can poke him with him. That might work. 17, which would be 51, 59, 62. Yes, he can kill it. Good show. And then let's send out a shielded warrior. And that's why. Freaking bee. At least it wasn't the queen bee. Alright. It might be better to first action him, now that I think about it. But first, let's get rid of some of these tactical cards. There went the bee and the queen bee. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and first action him. He'll kill the spider. He'll kill this bee. We need to deal with that spider. Ooh, I didn't plan this out very well. I can only first action one other thing. (26) and 16 would be 42, so he could kill this one. His attack would be wasted killing the blood bee. He would deal 37, 45, not enough to kill this spider. So this spider is going to get an attack off no matter what. That's a lot of damage coming at us. So instead, I need to focus on shielding this guy. That'll absorb most of it, and then I can send him out and shield him. His will absorb most of it, so no matter which way he attacks, we'll be fine. And then everyone else will do cleanup duty. Nice. Don't need the spear though. 2 wounds, yeah, that was nothing. Well played, well played. Is it a Samach? It is. So, let's send out our hammer first. He'll kill those 2. Or I could just kill that one now. That works. And then send out another warrior. First actions. You are the bane of my existence. What are the odds that that's just a deformed bat? Pretty damn good, apparently. Okay. Counter tactic. There went the Samach. One more counter tactic. Okay, now we just need a first action somebody to kill this thing. Does not matter who. We're gonna poke with him and then her to kill that. We'll first action her. So she kills. He kills this one and one of those. Cleanup crew. Send him out for the hell of it. And we're done. So I'm trying to think what to play next after we finish this run, and one of the thoughts I have is a new game called Dead Cells. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but the question would be, would you guys be interested in watching me play a platform style game very similar to, well, it falls into the genre of Metroidvanias, if you've heard of that, but basically Metroid and Castlevania from the NES and Super NES era? Give me your thoughts. I'm curious, I want to know. See, we gain levels. What do we got? Quite a bit of poisons. Can't complain about that. Health is always nice. Oh no, not bad. Plus 2 traps. That jumped him into semi-useful. Our main group. A little bit of health. A little bit of everything. Alright. Sure. Very helpful answer. Alright, Coach Sec is down. Anyone else got thoughts on what I should play next? Let's see. This is a pretty damn good level right here. Lots of speech, lots of health, and our medic got even better. Hell yeah. We also finished a sword, which goes on her. Major damage upgrade. Thank you. Alright, let's continue heading towards this giant's cave. Misfits can finally drop everything off.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel. The fall was rough, but it is possible to make your way back up.
So we had a tunnel right outside our village.
You venture deeper and deeper into the tunnel until you reach a crossroads.
This is Misfits. Are they ready for a dragon fight? I don't think they are. Yeah, they can't even beat giants, so we're just gonna go
You feel
left.
a slight draft from the left tunnel, and so you believe this one will lead you out. To the right, however, you hear a faint breathing of something big. This could be interesting or deadly. You turn left and travel for some time until you reach a small chamber. Beyond it, you can see a doorway leading upwards.
Observe the room.
You see an old dwarf, clearly asleep, in a hidden alcove of the chamber. In fact, were it not for slight signs of breathing, you'd think he was a statue.
So we learned yesterday that sneaking past him gives us nothing. No stats, no items, nothing. So we are gonna wake him up.
He looks longingly at the doors, then turns to you.
I was charged with guarding these tunnels. It is the last honor left to me. I cannot let anyone leave.
Why?
These tunnels were once the gateway to our home. During the darkness, the gates have been shut forever to defend against the evils outside. And yet, honor does not permit leaving these halls unprotected. No one in, no one out.
But I fell in here by accident.
You fell through. The shame. These walls were meant to last forever.
Alright, I'm going to talk to him, see what he gives me, and if I don't like it, I'll kill him. Because I'm an asshole like that. Oh, Fat Louie. You have no social skills. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and do a poke, even though it's not quite enough to kill it, guy. Guess I will support him. Where's my weakest one? That one. There we go. 11, I cannot confuse. And I don't have a counter tactic of 11. So we are not going to worry about that. He has 13 life. She does 8 of it. So we just need to support her for 6. And then immediately got confused. Well, that was helpful. Okay, we'll send out a 5 and a support 7. And a support 4. Send these 2 out, and we'll just support this guy for the hell of it. Sorry, Fat Louie. You're not useful.
And so you see, Master Dwarf.
Nice.
You must fix your
The hell
tunnels
is
and
this?
then keep your watch. But we're just gonna leave you to it. The dwarf nods and hurries off into the tunnel. He throws you a bag and shouts,
Thank you, kind travelers. Take my gift and leave.
So, that looks very interesting and pretty cool, but not very useful stat-wise. The ruby is the biggest prize there. I am happy with that. Alright, let's resupply and drop off our miscellaneous gear and resources. Wow, we collected a ton of fruit. And we already have enough supplies, so that's good. Gear, what did we make that we can use? If anything. Maybe. And that, and that. And that. And these. And some of our heavy armor. 2 of the pendants, and a root. Okay, here's an upgrade to your spear. You have some strength, so there's some heavy armor. Now you're capped out. You already have a root, so here's a pendant. You need a root, and here's a pendant. Now you have a decent medic skill, not bad. Gear wise, what are we gonna give you? Let's go with a one-handed sword and a perception shield. Nice. No armor though. I don't know if I like that. We'll take another look at that in a minute. Here's some better armor for you. That's not a bad sword. You're good. You will love this axe. Don't have any more spears for you. Actually, I take that back. Sorry, Joramir. Our bandit dwarf, who, by the way, we need to get rid of that dash M. He's gonna love this axe. Let's see what that does for him. 59, 69, 91 base damage with a max of 101. Not bad. He can nearly one-shot a giant. So, back to Joramira. What I could do, since it is an upgrade, is give you a one-handed axe and this shield. I like that. Our orc warrior is going to need something as well. Preferably not a two-handed sword, because they're not really that useful. So let's go with the axe for now. And that armor. Now that I think about it, let's transfer some dragon armor over, since I noticed quite a few of them don't have anything. So we'll take those. So upgrade. Anything is an upgrade from nothing. Upgrade. And upgrade. That's a start. The misfits kind of get the short end of the stick when it comes to gear. And then that means we can start crafting better gear since we have a ton of moonstone. So let's up this to a total of 5. We have enough to up this again. How much bloodstone do we actually have? 16, so only 2 of them will be made, so that's good. Moonstone. Let's make a few more warhammers. Moonstone, coal. Let's go ahead and make 5 of you. Now let's look at jewelry for our non-medics, since we're pretty well geared overall. What to make? Let's see what a mithril thing makes. Tactics 30, distraction. My main thing is either going to be damage, armor, or shielding. I think that's going to be my focus. No. So this technically gives damage via the leech. So that's an option. That's just straight up 2 damage. So steel gives us damage, but mithril does not. It's kind of weird. Gold gives us range damage. That's really weird. How about enchanted bones? Ancient wood? That's a magic. That might be useful, now that I think about it, for just picking out whoever's the highest magic user in each group and giving them a straight magic buff. That might not be a bad idea. That's her speech. Silver is interesting with stealth. So, I think I'm going to go with some dragon rings for our warriors. We're going to need a lot of those, so let's go with 16. And then that magic one, we'll make 6 of them so that the best magic user in each group will get buffed significantly. There we go. Misfits, what am I going to have you do? I kind of want you to hang out near the herbalist hut now, just in case. Because those damn giants. Nothing really worth gathering, though. I guess we do need more coal, so we'll go here. We are heading towards the Giant's Cave. We finished another sword for our main group. Not our main group, but our villagers, which was for him. Decent upgrade, mostly via the poison damage.
A figure clad in a ragged dark green cloak slowly approaches your party. As he gets closer, it is clear he is barefooted and carries nothing more than the clothes on his back. Seeing your party, the figure takes off the hood to reveal a gaunt, tired face of an elf, with his blackened, sad eyes looking straight through the souls of your men. Despite the evident sickliness, there remains an air of grace, a whisper of bygone beauty in the forgotten ancient creature. He stretches his arms before you in a gesture of peace, but does not speak.
I sense the dark curse.
The dark curse upon this creature runs deep within, as if the very fiber of his existence was now tainted. You cannot hope to cleanse it, but you may try to lessen its effects. Beware, the task will be arduous.
Well, let's see what happens if we try to help him. It's a 2-skull hex challenge. This is our misfits, so they are not very good at hexes. What do I got? Counter offense 3 is definitely not going to work. 7 could. Yeah. Sweet. And all I have are shields. Not very useful, so let's counter tic-tac. Okay, this fight isn't so bad now. So she's going to do 8 to this one. Have 4 damage come at her. She can kill this one, hell yeah. And then we just need to do 5 to this one, which we just happen to do with these 3 right there. And that's really all we can do.
You take out the fresh carcass of a chicken.
What is
You
with us
spread
and
the blood
chickens?
on the face of the elf, who stares at you blankly. You perform a dance on your left foot, and you call out to your gods for power. You weave the winds of magic and create a protective shield that now runs through the stranger's heart, lifting some of the darkness. He looks shocked and speaks. I confess I did not foresee such power among the young ones. I was a fool to discard you as mere insects. For my arrogance, I shall happily be your servant, until such time as my debt be repaid, or until the darkness is kept at bay.
Well, sweet. We just got an elf slave. Yeah.
Thank you, human. Once more you prove me ignorant. Here, take this gift as my friend and let us continue our journey. I have used the little power I have within to bless this party. I hope it will bring us fortune.
So we gained an elf wanderer. Let's see what he's pretty strong. Great at speech challenges. Amazing folklore. A little bit of magic. That's got to be from a weapon. Traps isn't that good. Decent life. Holy crap. I can't complain about this guy. This guy is pretty damn good. We're all temporarily beautiful for helping him. Aww. I think it might be time to say goodbye to Fat Louie from this group, because, I mean, he's got a lot of life, he's got a lot of strength, but we can't gear him, so he's very limited in his usefulness. And I like this Wanderer. 13 armor. This is an upgrade, and you have the strength. Those are crap bows. So yeah, we're gonna keep him, and we'll say goodbye to Fat Louie eventually. For now though, we are going to gather coal. Our village is being attacked by some goblin warriors. That's an auto-resolve. Those fights are a joke now.
You discover the ruins of some great old city. Whoever resided in these walls is long gone, yet many buildings still stand tall and proud. But the marvelous city was not abandoned by mere folly. You feel the towering presence of the darkness within its old walls. As you observe the city, you see waves of the black mist washing through the old streets and empty houses, as if looking for any remaining life to drain.
Okay, so we know how good we are at magic challenges, which is not that good. We're good at a 2 skull, but a 3 skull might be pushing it. How good are we at sneak challenges? So 7 damage, nothing, nothing. 3, nothing, nothing. 16, holy crap. 8, 5, nothing. 3, 11, and 3. We're definitely better at sneaking than we are at magic. Let's give it a shot.
You enter the city, trying to avoid the darkness at all costs.
Sneaky, sneaky. And one of our better warriors is in our discard pile. Thank you, RNG. Alright, options, options. I don't know what level everything is, but we do have a pretty damn good counter offense right here. I want to start with that, sure. Looks like level 9 is the average thus far. There's a level 6. So our tactics have a chance of working. And we will counter the last one. Confuse one of those guys, and that's kind of the best we can do with all that. How much damage can we put out? We have 7 coming at us to start. This lady has a crap ton of shielding. So she'll go first. She does a single damage to this dude. So now we need to do 12. He does 8. Or we could do 6, 9, 12. There we go. And then him to follow up, and we'll support him for more damage. You don't do anything, so you can just sit there. Nice. Alright, next options. Let's continue with the countering. Get rid of their tactic cards now. And we just have one guy to deal with, who is immediately confused. Alright, he has 15 life. Well, this guy does 16 damage, so he's taken care of. And then it's just cleanup crew time. I'm going to get closer with Fat Louie. See you later, Coach Sec.
You sneak in, and so far, the dark mist has not found you. You scour several buildings and find nothing of use, but then you spot what could have been the old inn. Inside, you make your way to the storage room and find an abundance of resources, some destroyed and rotten, but some surprisingly fresh.
The only thing useful here was the obsidian. But it was free stuff. Didn't have to do anything for it, really. Alright, back to my main group. Slowly making our way to the giants. Let's just auto-resolve this social with Strigas. That's a joke. Fat rats, auto-resolve. What do we got here? Goblin skirmisher. Interesting. Damn it, you're in the way.
The ghost of a hanged man is seen in your village, haunting your people's dreams. He is seen coming always from the same direction and returning there after several hours of haunting. Your people awake uneasy every night, and some become cursed. Your scouts soon mark a possible location of the ghost's home.
Okay, so we got cursed, but that's not a big deal right now. We have other things to focus on, like taking on these giants. It's my main group, so we at least have a chance, but giants always suck.
Group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Just charge! Oh shit! These are not the Wild Wives or the Velkulud. Oh crap. These are Planet Nicks. These are the good guys. Why am I fighting them? Crap. I know nothing about Vietrovics. We may have bit off more than we can chew. I get to go first. I know nothing about these guys. I don't know if they have spears or not. So it doesn't hurt to start with my badass dwarf. Oh my god. What the fuck? 300 life. 87 damage. Nope, 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 and nope again. We are running. I don't care about the wounds. Holy crap. So he's bleeding out. Okay, one person bleeding out is not bad. How badly is he bleeding out? Oh, he's not even gonna die. He still has life left. But anyways, we are not doing that. Holy crap. We need to make camp so that we heal. Not gonna worry about gathering.
You notice a faint glow amongst the forest shrubbery and discover luminous wild mushrooms growing in a perfect circle. These shrooms could have many uses, either as medicine or just food. But you do have an eerie feeling when you stand close to the luminous circle. You know this circle is a sacred place for forest spirits and guardians. It is not wise to anger them. The forest goes eerily quiet, and a faint whisper floats in the wind.
Why should we grant you any boons, human?
Because I said so. Alright. I'm feeling cocky. I'm going to auto-resolve this.
You lay out your case before the forest, and for a while you consider if there is anyone listening. But finally, one of the trees reaches out to you, bearing gifts.
Thank you for the herbs. Not what I was hoping for. Oh well. Now, let's break camp. Why do I have the misfits? Oh well. How much have we gathered? Oh, that's plenty. Yeah, let's head back, drop the coal off, drop Fat Louie off. And all of our miscellaneous stuff. What gear do we have that we can give our new elven warrior? How about some dragon armor? He also needs a weapon. He has a base 17 damage. Not bad. So I could either give him... Not really much sense giving him a two-handed sword. That's only for human warriors because of their special ability. I'm going to do a two-handed weapon. I might as well go for the damage or the utility, which would be either a two-handed axe, two-handed hammer, or a spear. I think I'm going to go with the hammer. We only need one. Okay. Drop that off. Close up. And... where was that mithril? We're probably going to need more of that. That's pretty close. These are the guys that I wanted to break camp, move a little closer, make camp again. Because we need to heal wounds on a few people. So everyone's going to be healed in one turn except him. So this is the last time we camp, and then he'll just finish healing as we move.
Today was a good harvest day, and some of the village folk even managed to brew some samagon, a strong spirit, not for the weak-hearted.
Alright, so now we have to fight off a drunk demon.
The samagon kicks in like a speeding troll ramming itself into your head. You collapse into your beds in hopes of sleeping it off. At night, a nasty little demon, Gnichia, is attracted by your libations. The creature rests on top of your chests, squeezing the air out and meddling with your minds, trying to take your willpower to feed itself. It is making your heads hurt and your guts turn and twist.
It's an auto-resolve for us.
You fought off the nasty Gnichia, and although you feel sick the next morning, it is nothing more than the usual hangover. The whole village actually feels healthier after you defeated the demon, and you discover its body has turned into precious stones.
Thank you for the stones. Ooh, nice.
Stronger in your willpower.
Permanent stat increases are always appreciated. Alright, break camp. So we do know that there was a giant group that ran up here that we weakened, so we will start to hunt them down.
A figure of a beautiful woman adorned in flowers and leaves appears before you as a daydream. A sweet smell of spring flowers and young lambs follows her, and everywhere she steps, the grass grows greener. And yet, as her foot lifts again, anything that lived withers. Her eyes are filled with sorrow.
This is a new one. Hello, my lady.
I seek not to do you harm, human child. I am but a lost god, fallen, stripped of my power to give life, robbed of my people, tainted forever by this rotting disease that is the darkness. Xivia was my name, but fear not, my curse is my own, and whatever vile force set it upon me, it cannot command me to do harm to another.
So apparently she's a goddess of the elves?
I was once what you may call a god, but am no more. For what is a god if not a creature who serves its children? But I have none. I betrayed the light, and now I must serve penance. But now, let us speak of your wounds, children.
Why?
I cannot offer to heal you as I once could, yet I can offer you a gamble. As part of the curse, my healing touch now carries the risk of a curse. So you have two roads to take if you wish to play. One, I shall heal you, but you will likely become cursed. Two, if you have those who meddle with the magic arts, they can attempt to guard against the taint. But beware, if they fail, the price may be high. Pray understand, I do this not out of joy, but only to offer help such as I can.
So this must be because we still have that one guy wounded, but he's barely wounded. I'm just going to do the shield and see if we can't get some more permanent stat increases.
The woman places her hands upon your shoulders, and the sweet spring smell of breezy air and freshly cut grass overwhelms you. Your wise ones begin their ritual of cleansing.
And it's an auto-resolve for
Your
us.
wise ones complete the cleansing, and you feel an aura of magic shielding you from the dark hex placed upon the creature. She smiles with gratitude, then places her hands upon your shoulders, and the smell of flowers intensifies until a shower of rose petals falls upon your party. When the petals fall to the ground, the woman is gone, but so are any injuries you had.
Nice. Convenient. No stat increases though, sadly. Free experience though. Can't really complain about that. Ooh, there's the giants.
You enter the swamps and carefully make your way down a path. As you come around a bend, you see some lights only a few meters off the path.
Check them
It
out.
turns out the flickering lights were actually reflections of some creature's eyes. You think they are called swampers. When you get closer, you can definitely see a set of at least a dozen pairs of greenish eyes, blinking and looking at you from the bog. They are small and make no attempt to attack you, but from time to time you see spits of mud flying between them.
Okay, since this group is pretty good at stealth, we're gonna do that one and auto-resolve
You
it.
sneak up on the swampers and catch their spits. You know you can use them to cure any wounds. You also know the spits will change into precious minerals, so you gather up more to take with you.
Okay. Interesting. Healing spit, apparently. Stay where you are, giants. I'll be here
As you
soon.
explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun for a moment. When you try to take a closer look, it is already gone, but you could swear it was a very large person walking away. You are about to turn away when you notice that the strange apparition left behind a thread of black smoke.
Okay, let's try to outrun it, and in doing so we will either gain a physical stat or a dexterity stat. Physical is preferred. This is our misfits though, so they're not that strong. We only have a couple warriors in this group. Options are best warrior. Okay, let's see if we can't do some countering. And that one. So we only have 2 active cards to deal with, and she's going to kill the first one. This one does 12 damage. She can survive, so we're not worried about that. Let's go ahead and maybe this one will work. Nope. So they're all higher than level 7. 24 life. We cannot support anyone. So I'm going to save his attack. In fact, we're just going to let another card come out. There we go. So this one has 18 life. Which means I am going to do her and him. Ooh. Spear attack. That sucked. Alright. Let's assume they split their attacks. He's going to do 6 to this one, which means 13 more. And then we'll send these 2 out. Now, one option is to first action her. It's not going to do much. She won't kill it. Nah, it's not even worth it now that I think about it. We're just going to get closer with the remaining 2. Alright, we got this in the bag. We have them outnumbered significantly. Same story, I'm just going to get rid of all of its cards if possible. Counter tactic is 7. Possible? Nope, failed. That's alright. So we have 20 damage coming at us, which is quite a bit. And we need to do 23 to kill this one. Well, he's up to the task. Then we need to do 15 to kill him. So there, and then the rest will clear up the single card in the discard pile.
You outrun the strange smoke, and you still feel a chill running down your spines as you move farther away from the danger.
So let's hope for that strength increase. Come on, strength.
One of you runs so
dexterity.
fast, they feel nimbler thanks to this mad escape.
has very limited uses on a couple events, and that's it. Oh well, maybe next time. Continue heading towards the mithril. Our main group needs to hurry up and get down here for that giant group before they run off. What does dexterity even do? Good question. So, dexterity, if you go into the help menu, show all topics, scroll down to the challenge skills. Let's see, dexterity is used in physical challenges for a shield ally, and sneaking challenges for first action. So, like I said, very limited use. I very rarely do a sneaking challenge, so I don't see much use out of it here. I do a lot of physical challenges, but I'm usually focusing on things other than dexterity, or other than shielding during a physical challenge. First action is a great skill, but like I said, I rarely do a sneak challenge. I almost always go with a social over a sneak. We cannot move any further because of the forest. We're also finishing our hammers now, so we might be able to gear somebody up with that. We'll check right after this. Let's make camp, collect that mithril. And while we're at it, might as well get the enchanted bone. So, gear-wise, does anybody need an improvement right now? You need a better spear, that's for damn sure. Question is, do I have a better spear? So instead, I might give you the hammer. Yeah, I'm going to give you a hammer. Major damage upgrade, and now you're at least useful in a magic fight. Armor wise, oh, I really need to clean out my inventory. Too heavy. Okay, have a grass shirt. Bad quality, that was unfortunate. Let's see, he needs both of them. We can also give her a button for some added armor. Bone rings are amazing. And monster bone into better armor. Are you talking light armor? Or medium armor? Let's see. Monster bone. I gotta be honest, I haven't really messed with monster bone much. 13 armor? On jewels, gotcha. I could do better than that though. So if we go to jewels, and you do, what was it? Dragon bone and dragon leather? No. Was it just straight dragon bone? No, that's leech. Oh, I'm wrong. It's not a jewelry, it's an artifact. Dragon leather and dragon bone. 3 strength item. And that's actually a good idea. Let's make a couple of those. Let's put it above those. Let's put it first. I only need 3 of them. No more movement. Next turn. I'm pretty sure those giants have run off by now. You're gonna make me fight these guys. Social challenge. Yeah, they are top level things. But I mean, we're on turn like 500 now, so I have all of the materials. Goblin Boss and Shamans. And all my best cards are in our tactical hand, so let's see if we can't use them appropriately to limit the number of cards we're having to fight. We have counter offense at 6. Oh, 9 and 10. There we go. That's more likely to work. Never mind. It's higher. Level 11. Of course. Bastards. Oh well. Shamans are going to be level 7. Do I have a counter tactic? Yes, I do. So we got rid of 1. And that's it. We have 24 damage coming at us. Nobody can survive that. So, meat shield time. Let's see. We can shield somebody. So if I send her out and then shield her for 2, it'll take both of them to kill her. And now we can focus on finishing them off. So that's 23 life right there. I want to wound her first before I send out my poison damage. So he'll deal 3 damage, which means she will then do 6, 24, 27. So guaranteed kill right there. And then same story. Send her out and then her. We're going to support her to maximize her damage. Now they'll kill that one, and we'll get started on that one. And round 2, we'll finish them off. Don't need any of their gear. That's a new kind of... Oh, it's bad quality. It's not that great anyways. So we'll just break their stuff in front of them. Alright, Giant, where'd you run off to? Oh, there's one. Yeah, the Misfits are not that great at giant killing. We will see what we can do. I only have 1 active spear, so that's not very helpful right now. How many people can have first action? 1, 2, 3. So this is a maybe. So let's spear him now. Oh man, I could sword him for 20. That's actually amazing. Who is somebody I'm not going to want a first action? I want her to be available to take the damage. Yeah, that's true, but I really need the follow-up damage after the poke. So they're good if I just am a little shy of getting the kill. But my bigger concern is guaranteeing that kill first. So, and I like using them on a confused opponent. That way they're not getting hit. And then they can do the hits first on the second round and hopefully kill that opponent before it gets an attack. Let's see. She can survive this one's hit on the first round. So I want her out there to absorb that. And then I can focus on first actioning people trying to get this kill. But first, let's do some of that pokage. Maybe? No, that's dumb right now. Gotta think this through. Yeah, because I'm also playing with Bloodbath on. So this damage will overkill somebody and carry over. So it's kind of like double dipping in the damage in that department. That's the one bad thing about Bloodbath with hammers on. Let's see. I definitely want to first action these two. So let's see, if we add all this damage up thus far, this is going to be 21, this is doubled. So 45. And then if I first action her, that's going to be 98. This is doubled, so 112. 116. And then his attack, 159. 163. So I'm 13 damage shy of killing this guy. So that means I really want to use her, or this elf, for the support, and then these two for the first actions. That guarantees the kill on him. She will get an attack off no matter what, but she can survive. The problem is, if she doesn't attack to the left and she attacks to the right, can somebody survive that? Well, yeah, they can, but I don't want very many wounds either. So 23 damage will go through to hurt her and nearly kill her, whereas, what is that, 19? No. 29 damage will hurt her, but she'll still be pretty good, so yeah. And then we'll go ahead and send her out. So I need to save these two first actions, and I need her or him to support, which means this one can poke to get that damage in. And then he can potentially one-shot a giant, so we need him to be attacking before this one at least. Ooh, it's a Velkud, so he will not one-shot it. Well, that's okay. Alright, now let's do this. So we are going to send her out. First action her. Send him out. Support him. First action him. And then shield him so that he survives in case we fuck this up. Oh, I miscalculated. How was I 9 short? Damn it. So we have one person bleeding out. The question is how badly, and I don't think it's very badly. So we'll have to do a quick calculation to see her survival rate. Traps, I might keep that. I'll keep both of those. Bad quality we don't need. The diamond and the dragon bone are the nice things out of that. So, all in all, I can't complain since that's my group that's not made for fighting. And she's not even overkilled. Which is great because that means she has no chance of dying. So, new plan. Do you know how the calculation goes for determining your survival rate? If you want, I can walk you through that right now. Let me know while I plan out my next turn. We gained a level. So, let's see. Our misfits got a little bit healthier. No. You're close, but not quite. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, do you have Bloodbath on or off? Because that changes the calculation slightly. So the way it's determined is you take your wounds that you've taken. So in this case, she has 20 wounds. And the calculation is really simple in this case because her wounds equals her max health. But normally you would take the wounds of 20, divide it by your total maximum health, which for her is 20. That gives me a wound scale of 100%. Every single person's, you do not bloodbath, but no mulligans. Yeah. So every person's base survival rate is 70%. So if they are fully damaged, they have a 30% chance of dying, and you would subtract the medic skill from 30%. So in this case, it would be minus 11. So she would have a 19% chance of dying, but I have Bloodbath on, so the calculation is different. In that case, you get your 2 best medics instead of only your best medic, and your best medic skill is multiplied by 2 before you subtract it. So from the 30% chance of her dying, we subtract 22 for our first medic, which puts her at an 8% chance, and then we subtract the other medic skill of 10, so she is guaranteed to survive this. We don't even have to worry about her. Alright, back to looking at this level. Now, if you have Bloodbath off, like you were talking about, it's a 1-to-1 ratio on only your best medic. So there's no real point in having multiple medics in your group. Like I said, if you don't have Bloodbath on, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So then it's just minus 17 for you. So to guarantee that somebody doesn't die when you have Bloodbath off, you need a medic skill of 30. For our main expedition, we gained a lot of strength again. Our bandit got better at traps, that's nice. Yes and no. Getting a base medic skill of 30 is extremely difficult. Now, the ways you can do it is what I call gambling when you do armor and weapons and whatnot. So what that means is, for instance, what I'm going to start doing soon is making heavy armor out of mithril and diamond. And what this does is the diamond gives you a fourth stat that's randomly selected. Yeah, exactly. You just have to keep making it. And you can get, I think the highest I've seen on armor is a +5 medic. It was either a 4 or a 5 that I've seen so far. And then I also did a spear that had +3 medic. And then, you know, the jewel and both of the pendants. So you can get up there pretty well, but it is pretty difficult. The other thing is, as we've seen during this run, every now and then when you find a body that's been crushed by a giant step, that person is actually alive, and you do a medic challenge to try to save them, and if you succeed, it increases your medic skill by 2. Your first inventor made a +3 crafting armor on her first craft after she made a mithril hammer. Was pretty neat. That's nice. So that puts you up to what, like around a 14 or 15 crafting. In that regard, you just need a 20 to guarantee that you never get bad quality gear when you're crafting. Like 21, yeah, then that person guarantees that whatever they're making is never going to be bad quality once you have a smithy built. Since I already have this queued up, let's go ahead and add that. It's going to be the last thing I work on though. And let's go ahead and make 10 of them. Alright, for this group, I wonder if that was the giants that were down here, and if it was, that sucks, because I need to initiate the fight for it to count. Oh, there's the giant. Hell yeah. Let's see, +5 from the tool, +2 from jewels, plus from the smithy. Yeah, that makes sense. So like I said, that person pretty much guarantees that all of your stuff you craft is going to be good quality or normal quality or the good quality chance based off your catalyst. Alright, let's kill this giant group, and this will be our first of 4 that we need.
You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Well, the best approach is to charge. Alright, did we get our badass? We did get our badass. Nice. And this is the group we wounded earlier. Sweet. So, first actions. I have 2. Can we make that work? Well, obviously we can because we have our badass. This dude is wounded, so if we first action him, he's automatically going to do 67. This is doubled to 24. So that's 91. 111, 117. So if we poke him with this guy, $23, 39, 106, 130, 156. Oh, it's still not enough. Shit. I need to poke him again, and I don't like this. She at least has a shield, so let's get closer with her. You have just enough time to figure out which you want a multiple choice pick, yeah. Oh, let's see. Now is that a guaranteed kill? Let's see. 23, 39. It's a lot of math. 106, 130, 156. Oh my god. Are you serious? It's exactly enough if we do this right. Her attack's going to come through, but she can shield half of it, so that's not bad. So we want another shielded person just in case, which will be her. Then we'll send out our hammer, who got confused. But I would rather that confused come through than another fucking giant to deal with attacks from. So this actually works out in my favor. I need to be smart and save this first action. So let's go ahead and poke with these two. And then just in case we mess this up, we're gonna shield her. We'll send out another hammer, shield him, send her out, him, and then first action him. Fuck. What? I miscalculated again by 1. Jesus. Thankfully they split. No. They killed somebody, didn't they? I wasn't paying attention. I was flabbergasted.
You slay the giants.
Yeah, they killed 2 people. Okay. Don't need that. And don't need that. But we got some dragon stuff out of it. Alright, how dead are they? He's barely... She's a little bit more. So... we'll calculate her, and then we can kind of infer what his survival rate's going to be. So she has 26 wounds. Divided by her 20 life is a wound scale of 130. We subtract the survival rate of 70. Our best medic is doubled, so skill of 32. And then our second best medic has a skill of 8. So she has a 20% chance of dying. That's not bad, still not great, which means he's probably around a 15% chance of dying. We don't have enough movement to make it to the herbalist, sadly, so we are going to make camp and just cross our fingers and hope. We finished our giant strength belt, or sorry, dragon's kin belt. And we are going to put that on our person who did not have any armor. Or she must be in the Misfits. She is, but we can put it on him because he needs better armor. Oh my god. Take this off, put this on. And now we can gear him. Alright, crossing the fingers and praying. They survived.
And carefully make your way down a path. As you come around a bend, you see some lights only a few meters off the path.
And the game threw me a bone. Holy crap.
It turns out the flickering lights were actually reflections of some creature's eyes. You think they are called swampers. When you get closer, you can definitely see a set of at least a dozen pairs of greenish eyes, blinking and looking at you from the bog. They are small and make no attempt to attack you, but from time to time you see spits of mud flying between them.
So their spit is going to heal all of my wounds, which means those 2 people who are at risk of dying are now fully healed by auto-resolving this physical challenge.
You manage to catch several of the muddy creatures. They try to wiggle out of your hands and they do spit like crazy. Your skin goes red from the burns. You collect some of the slimy, greenish mud spat out by the beasties. And
Okay, not fully healed, but
you see that
still,
the spit you collected is going to
they're
dry very
guaranteed to
quickly.
survive now.
You should probably use it fast, so you apply it on any wounded. Although the substance clearly loses its healing powers within minutes, the spit solidifies into some precious minerals.
And we are no longer bleeding out thanks to that. In fact, he's almost fully healed. And who else was injured? The elf? Yeah, so she's not fully healed, but she's no longer bleeding out, which is good. Which means we can break camp and keep searching. We need to kill 3 more giants. It's nighttime though, so we can't really see anything. Guess we can go talk to the nomads.
A group of nomads is traveling through these lands. They are a mixed group made up of all peoples of Easterlands, including men, goblins, and orcs. A few of them break away from the group and walk towards you. They are armed, but their weapons are not drawn. However, you do spot some archers eyeing you up as well. The nomads raise their hands and speak. Greetings, fellow travelers. May we speak? We are merely passing by and mean you no harm. Our people have survived together on the journey for many years now, and we do not seek to abandon our path. We are, however, in need of resources, and in exchange, we have goods to offer.
We got plenty of food.
Yes, we always need food. We do not farm, and hunting is ever a risk. For some food you can spare, we can trade you some good wood and string. Wonderful. May the journey keep you safe, and may the road be ever clear, traveler.
So, not the ancient wood I was hoping for, but that's alright. Alright, what is around us? Let's move here and make camp. And just collect a crap ton of food. Until daytime.
The skies darken, the air becomes thick and stuffy, and a chilling silence befalls the land. Then a hungry grumble tears across the land, and the sky is torn by a white flash of Perron's fury. A thundering storm cuts through the skies, and your village is in its path.
Let's brace ourselves.
The storm rages for hours on end. Thunder strikes from the heavens, bringing destruction and fear. Trees fall before your eyes, stones fly as the angry winds blast into every corner of the land. Fires break out where the angry hand of Perron hits hardest. As your people try to stay safe, some inevitably fall prey to small injuries.
Let's see if some idiot runs out into it.
The storm is nearly over, but the last few angry thrusts seem more vicious than ever. Fires break out all over the place, and the wind threatens to take the weaker into oblivion. It will take much strength to weather this storm.
Well, let's save our village. It's a physical challenge. That's an auto-resolve.
Band together and
Nice.
work hard to limit Perron's destruction.
And that's our
One
medic.
of the houses burnt down, and there are some small injuries, but overall, you are all safe now. The ordeal has even strengthened some of you.
So the one wound will be healed in a single turn. That's not a concern. But +2 strength on our medic is amazing. Now we can gear him up better. Plus it's just straight damage anyways. We lose 1 ancient wood. That's a small sacrifice. So he technically doesn't even need this belt now. And he can have that gear, which means... Can he also equip the root? He can. Nice. Alright, it's starting to become daytime. Let's break camp and let the search for more giants begin. We got attacked from this direction, so... I'm not seeing a cave of them yet.
Your village is swarmed by the wailing wraiths. They are a force of pure darkness, a menacing wave of tormented souls who seek nothing but the destruction of all life. It seems they have become more frequent of late, more angered and active for some reason.
So because we have our totem built, we're going to do the Hex Challenge, which should make us better at magic overall.
Those who know the mystical ways of magic create a protection spell. It holds much of the evil at bay, but you still need to fight or lives will be lost.
Let's begin. Oh, it's 4 of them? That's a joke. Oh, Fat Louie can't partake. Alright. Let's look at our counters first. We can do a counter offense and attack it. So 2 cards to deal with. That should be easy. We need to do 9 damage to kill that one. He handles that. And then 14 to kill that one. She handles that. And then cleanup crew.
Your willpower proves stronger than the malicious force of the wailing wraiths. This time, none of your people died.
And she became better at magic challenges. Super nice. Thank you. Alright, let's head towards this ruin, see if we can't smoke out another giant. What do we got? Just tough bats? I'm auto-resolving that. So what do we got here?
Across the ruins of an old settlement. The rusty iron gates look foreboding and creepy, but many secrets may lie within.
Alright, let's search it.
You rummage through the ruins of this old settlement and find yourself in what could have been a cemetery. Before you can retreat, you see the dead rise in their skeletal forms and attack.
So we're gonna fight some undead? Oh, that's easy. We will start with... undead can have shield or spear, so we want a shield out. We'll start with her. For that reason exactly. Counter offensive 4, pretty good chance of working. Nice. And we can do a tic-tac. We cannot first action anybody, but that's alright. He's just barely gonna wound her. She doesn't do enough damage to kill anything though, so let's make sure that happens. And then we can poke that one to death. And confuse the first one, so we got no damage coming at us. Hammer, hammer, badass. And we're done.
You beat the enemy and find a hidden stockroom nearby.
Don't need any of the gear. Pretty experienced, I suppose. Alright. No giants over here, so... I wonder where they came from when they hit the misfits. Either there's something here, or they're down here somewhere. Plus there's this cave here I forgot about. And a dragon there. Nice. I think that's where we're gonna head up tomorrow. You're out? Alright, new plan. Yeah, and I'm calling it a night here too. So... I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching. We play Thea the Awakening by Muha Games. New plan, thanks for coming and chatting with me. I always enjoy having a good talk. I try to stream every day starting at 7 p.m. Pacific. Come out and check me out again sometime if you want. Once I finish this Lada run, I think I'll be switching over and trying out a new game that is in early access called Dead Cells. It's a Castlevania style platformer game. Looks pretty fun, looks interesting, reminds me of my childhood with the Super NES and the NES, so come check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, have a good night, everyone. Until next time, game on.